response to ice in Minnesota, you may have noticed some people wearing red hats in protest. Those hats have been popping up not just here, but across the world. As Heidi Wigdahl reports in this week's Behind the Business, it's because of a yarn shop in St. Louis Park.
At Needle and Skein in St. Louis Park, you can rely on Wednesday nights for creation and conversation.
Yeah. It was the week that Renee Good had been killed, so we were really upset and talking a lot about things that were going on.
Employee Bethany Penna says they wanted to add on to the rows of work already happening to help their neighbors when a coworker had an idea.
He remembered this pattern from World War II that was created in Norway when they were occupied by the Nazis. And they had made these red hats with these points and tassels. They would wear them as a sign of the resistance. And they became so widespread that the Nazi Party actually banned use of those hats and wearing those hats in Norway.
He came up with a pattern, Melt the Ice Hat.
This is exactly what we need.
Owner Gila Mashal then organized a knit-along.
That night that we advertised we were going to do this, I had over 100 people in the store. We knew we hit a nerve. We hit a nerve.
Soon, people were sending not only their hearts, but their hats.
And we went through, 3 shipments of red yarn in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. All right, $299.62 is going to, are you going to knit a red hat?
Yes.
Thank you.
The pattern alone, sold for $5, has been purchased by crafters in 43 different countries.
This whole movement that it's become has raised over $700,000 for immigrant aid organizations. It boggles the mind.
And I think it's a really beautiful tribute to our Norwegian ancestors. And I think it's just a really beautiful, perfect circle moment.
And this is about humanity, and it's about caring for your neighbor.
Their efforts have moved the needle.
One hat's not necessarily going to make a difference, but all these patterns, all these hats, all these people, it's a movement.
And that's something they're hanging their hat on. In St. Louis Park, Heidi Wigdahl, KARE 11 News.
Well, among those Needle and Skein has donated to, they gave $325,000 to St. Louis Park Emergency Program, or STEP. The organization is helping with everything from rent to food assistance.